Rhea Ripley reveals major misconception Vince McMahon made about her dear loves. Welcome to WWE Family Show. Please do subscribe my YouTube channel. Rhea Ripley recently disclosed a huge misconception former WWE CEO Vince McMahon had about her. The Eradicator has not been in action since she was eliminated from the Queen of the Ring tournament on the June 9th edition of WWE Raw. Speaking with Chris Van Vliet on the Insight podcast, Ripley shared that Vince McMahon viewed her as a heel when she was called up to the main roster. She noted that others in the company viewed her as a babyface, but McMahon didn't see it that way. And then as soon as I came to the main roster, it was in COVID, so Vince McMahon didn't know what to do with me. He didn't know if I was face or heel, and he's like, well, she looks like a heel. And everyone was like, you don't understand, she's a babyface. People actually like her. He's like, nah, she's a heel, she said. Ripley then stated that she was confused about what she should be doing to connect with the WWE Universe after being called up, but eventually found her footing after being paired with Dominic Mysterio. I feel like when I got partnered with Dom Mysterio, I could actually blossom a little bit into something different instead of being the harda all the time. I was mommy. Former WWE announcer Jonathan Coachman recently took Rhea Ripley to task for not selling enough on Raw. The Last Word podcast, the coach claimed Rhea Ripley didn't sell being put through a table by Raquel Rodriguez on the Red brand. The legend noted that Ripley was fine minutes later during her conversation with Raw GM Adam Pearce. Vince McMahon clearly saw Rhea Ripley differently than the rest of the WWE Universe when she was called up from NXT in 2021. Raw superstar Rhea Ripley was a recent guest on Insight with Chris Van Vliet. While discussing her call-up to the WWE main roster in 2021, Ripley revealed Vince McMahon didn't know what to do with her because of her look and saw her as a heel when everyone insisted to him that the fans loved her. And then as soon as I came to the main roster, it was in COVID, so Vince McMahon didn't know what to do with me, Rhea Ripley revealed. He didn't know if I was face or heel, and he's like, well, she looks like a heel. And everyone was like, you don't understand, she's a babyface. People actually like her. He's like, nah, she's a heel. So then going out there and being so confused on what I'm doing, but not having that crowd reaction to actually feed off of and prove my point that I was a babyface at the time, it made it really hard. Then after that, the trial and error with the tag team stuff, but also holding on to who I was in NXT. I feel like when I got partnered with Dom Mysterio, I could actually blossom a little bit into something different instead of being the hard ass all the time. I was mommy dot. What do you make of Rhea Ripley's comments? Are you surprised Vince McMahon didn't know what to do with her on the main roster? Let us know your overall thoughts by sounding off in the comments section below. Matt. Black has been covering wrestling video games since WWE Warzone from Acclaim. Coverage of wrestling video games eventually lead him into the world of wrestling news. Matt is a fan of every wrestling company and enjoys the current state of the industry. In 2024 last month, Zoe Stark suffered a brutal knee injury during a Money in the Bank qualifying match on WWE Raw against Rhea Ripley and Kairi Sane, forcing her to be pulled from the contest immediately. This meant Ripley and Sane needed to perform a singles match on the fly, with both women doing their best to deliver in the ring despite Stark leaving unexpectedly. Ripley would eventually pick up the win, but in a recent interview with Chris Van Vliet on Insight, she explained feeling pressure to finish the match now that it was no longer a triple threat. It's such a stressful thing going out there and being on live television where anything could really happen. We've seen injuries happen. Zoe Stark, she got injured, and Kairi Sane and I had to go out there and have a singles match when we were supposed to have a triple threat. And it was Kairi's first match back within months, and I haven't wrestled Kairi since an NXT house show. So it's like, okay, how do we do this on live television? If we stuff up, no one's getting blamed but us. They're not gonna blame anyone else. We're the two in there and we're the two going at it on live television. We gotta put this stuff together. Ripley shared that she often deals with anxiety as a performer, stating that she's endured several panic attacks during her time in WWE, but continues to open up about her struggles to help others who may be going through the same personal troubles. Ethan Miller, Getty Images. Pro wrestling is a business built on a foundation of controversy. More often than not, it's all manufactured for storyline purposes and to get the OMG factor from the audience, but there are also moments when the lines are blurred between fact and fiction and people don't know what's real and what isn't. With that being said, there are times when performers tank their careers through specific actions that have serious and wide-ranging consequences. Sometimes, the wrestlers understand the magnitude of what they do in the moment and choose to go ahead with it anyway, while there are instances where they don't get how it will impact them later on. Well, Doc Brown has just pulled up and offered us the services of the DeLorean to go back in time and find out about the wrestlers who set fire to their careers in a singular moment, whether it's through their own fault or not. From Vader's catastrophic misinterpretation of the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels' diving elbow at SummerSlam 1996 to Juventud Guerrera performing like a character from a PlayStation wrestling game in a match against Paul London, let's dive right into these unfortunate instances where wrestlers went Rambo on their own careers. As Alundra Blaze, Deborah Miceli had a successful run in the then WWF's women's division. In December 1995, Blaze departed the company for WCW. Appearing on Monday Nitro, Blaze debuted as Medusa with the WWF Women's Championship in tow. She proceeded to dump the title in the trash on national broadcast television, a major no-no in the wrestling business, and something that irked the WWE as she failed to reappear in the company until she was inducted in the Hall of Fame in 2015. Speaking to WWE.com, Miceli explained why she chucked the title in the trash on live television. Well, I was under contract and former WCW president Eric Bischoff told me to do it. It was either that or I was out the door, she said, adding she was dubbed a disgrace to the business because of the stunt. Bischoff disputed Miceli's version of events on his podcast, 83 Weeks with Eric Bischoff H to Sports Kita, saying it was her idea in the first place. Oh yeah, she is not opposed at all of making money off of it, but she wants to put the heat on me because she doesn't remember anything the way it actually happened, he said. She is delusional. WWE. When Leon White, also known as Vader, debuted in the then WWF in 1996, the expectation was high for the bona fide wrestling monster to make serious moves in the company. As a former WCW champion and a certified mega hit in Japan, many expected the big man to slot right into the WWF's main event slot. That's how the Mastodon was presented in the early stages as well, even scoring a pinfall victory over WWF champion Shawn Michaels in a three-man tag match at In Your House 9 International Incident. The following month at SummerSlam 1996, Michaels and Vader had their big matchup for the title. Unfortunately, the bout didn't go according to plan, leaving a visibility irritated Michaels screaming at Vader for failing to move when he was supposed to after HBK went for the elbow drop. After the match, Michaels reportedly approached Vince McMahon and stated he didn't want to work with Vader anymore, which impacted the plans for Survivor Series 1996, where Vader was scheduled to win the title. Instead, it was Psycho Sid who beat Michaels for the gold. On the Grilling JR podcast, Jim Ross admitted Michaels all but killed Vader's push in the company. After the disastrous SummerSlam 1996 match, Vader's stock within the promotion plummeted, resulting in him being released in 1998 without a single championship gold reign to his name in his time with the company.